boy, that E3 2018 sure was something, wasn't it? Well, technically it still is, because it's still ongoing. The press conferences have concluded, but the public show just started. You can go there, you can visit, you can see all those beautiful unreleased games in all their glory, and sometimes lies, and enjoy them. So to celebrate the E3 of this year, this is the top 7 E3 2018 moments. Those beautiful, majestic elements of this year's event that just impressed the hell out of everybody and will forever be remembered as being, well, memorable. That being said, let's get started with number 7, the Valve Digital's press conference. Now, it could be argued that this year's edition was a bit derivative on account of, well, it not straying too far from last year's press conference. The main focus being, again, Nina Struthers telling it like it is. An unexplainably alive Nina Struthers who doesn't have an exploded head like last time, but that can be easily explained away by her being a CEO of an American company. They sort of have a revolving door policy with hell, just can't keep them there for long. But what she had to say was really poignant, about loot boxes, about crypto, about nostalgia, and they also announced a game. The other two were, I think, already announced, but hey, it was something. And of course, what kind of honest video games press conference would it be without somebody in the public getting set on fire for disagreeing with the person on stage, or for somebody to get shot Robocop style until they Uber died. Uber died is like dying, but Uber. Number 6, Command & Conquer becoming a mobile game. Now, I didn't say that this was necessarily the best moments of E3 2018, just that they are impactful, memorable, things you'll not forget, and I doubt people will forget the day that Electronic Arts turned the Command & Conquer series into a mobile game. Not to be confused with the last time they did that with Tiberium Alliance or whatever it's called. That was more of a browser-based thing, still kind of a Facebook-ish, mobile-ish kind of game. It's made in that sort of style, if you know what I mean. The kind of style that made everybody scream, "Oh dear God, no." You even made the CGI Kane, when his whole shtick was that he was always played by Joseph D. Kukan. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna be a bad game. Electronic Arts itself, or the developer, so Electronic Arts, has said that people should give this game its fair shake, like we did with the Dungeon Keeper one, and the various Ultima ones. You know what they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, you must be Electronic Arts telling me to trust you again. Number 5, Ubisoft is giving up. You know how the Assassin's Creed series sort of stopped having its sort of like identity a couple of games ago, where it seemed like it was trying to be pretty much everything else other than an Assassin's Creed game. I mean, it added ship combat, which isn't really assassination-ish. Then it added, well, third-person action combat in the last one, in Origins, and now Odyssey adds skill trees with special abilities. You can have a flaming sword, and oh yeah, it adds dialogue choices that can lead to romances, because they've totally given up on having an actual idea about the series, and they're just trying to make The Witcher 3, because God knows that's been selling like hotcakes non-stop since it was launched. Though to be fair, they also have given up on The Crew 2 by making it just Destiny with cars, only to probably have that game be completely railroaded by Forza Horizon 4, because it looks like it does the same things apart from the planes and maybe the bikes, probably, but better. Number 4, Battletoads. So finally, Microsoft announced a Battletoads game, and it showed, well, nothing. Literally, not even a teaser of an in-game image, not even an artwork, just the title screen. But it's coming out next year, so that's something. It's going to be hand-drawn 4K 2.5D, and we'll finally have one of those rare occasions when Rare makes a good game, because Rare has rarely made a good game since it was bought out by Microsoft. Battletoads is coming, sure is. It's not gonna be cancelled like Crackdown, which is not cancelled. Nope, not cancelled. Would have been nice if they actually showed something from the game, like half a second of it. A picture of a toad, an actual toad in real life, with a pop-up balloon over its head saying, "Hey, I'm Zit. This is not what I'm gonna look in the game, but hey, use your imagination." You kinda have to. Number 3, The Elder Scrolls 6. Man, when that trailer is... Oh, it's over. Bethesda announced The Elder Scrolls 6 as if it were scared that somebody was gonna leak it to the world. They announced it about 5 years before it's done, because this is going to be released with the new console generation, which is coming around 2020, and it's not going to be even their first game on the next-gen consoles. That's going to be Starfield, which also they announced with, well, a bit more effort than Battletoads was announced with, but still, it's about as basic as it can get. It probably wasn't even in engine. It was just some CGI they made for a trailer that wasn't ready yet. And honestly, the horns sounded a bit off-key. But hey, we have the Elder Scrolls 6 on its way. One day. Soon. Probably. I don't know, honestly. Number 2. Cyberpunk. Unlike many other developers, CD Projekt showed a trailer for Cyberpunk that lit the internet on fire. Sure, it didn't have any actual gameplay, just a bunch of scene setting up elements with what's happening in the world, what kind of vibe it has, a really, really cool car. And the trailer started with a bunch of codes for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which could have only been redeemed on the US version of Xbox Live / Microsoft Store. Not if you have a Romania account, if you're wondering. Didn't work, and the game was flat out beautiful. Yet somehow it did draw the ire of the creator of the cyberpunk genre, William Gibson, the guy that wrote Neuromancer, who said that it sort of looked like generic-ish 80s retro instead of, cyberpunk. Probably because it wasn't constantly at night and not everybody was wearing a long trench coat and glasses. Now, he's the creator of Cyberpunk. He's free to say whatever he can. But this game was made by very obsessive Polish people, so I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt of them doing Cyberpunk justice. Also, for the people that said that it looks like GTA, well, if you replace Roach with a car in The Witcher, it kinda is. That's not really something they can do unless they make the game completely different in terms of structure, in terms of, well, they could have not placed it in a city, just in a giant building maybe, but if it's gonna be a city, if it's gonna be a map with, several buildings on it and roads, it's gonna look like GTA or Driver, pretty much any kind of game in that genre. And number 1 is Metroid Prime 4. Now, I gotta be upfront about this. I haven't actually seen the Nintendo press conference yet. It hasn't aired at the time I'm recording this, but I'm not gonna be here when it airs, so I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say they're gonna announce, well, they already have announced Metroid Prime 4 a year ago, so they're gonna show at least a trailer for it, like at least a trailer for the game, maybe some gameplay too. And this has got to be out like next year, probably early next year. It's not like they just made up the announcement last year because they had literally nothing to announce for the Switch then. Now, the game's been in development for a while. It's probably going to have some gameplay, at least behind closed doors. It's going to leak. I guarantee it's going to leak. It's going to look amazing. Metroid Prime is probably going to be one of the best games at E3 2018, because let's face it, Metroid Prime is a wonderful series. It's a great series, and I just know that after the backlash they got from Other M and Freedom Force, Nintendo will do it justice, and this game will absolutely amaze you at E3 2018. Like, I'm absolutely positive it's gonna be there, because if it's not, man, what a waste of time would it be to watch the Nintendo presentation just waiting for it. I mean, what else are they gonna do? Show an hour of gameplay from the new Smash Bros? That'll be silly. So silly. So closes the top 7 moments of E3 2018. I'd like to give a special mention to the new Need for Speed game for not being announced, and Electronic Arts probably burying the series for a few more years because it kinda stunk. Also, they announced a new Jedi game, in the sense that they had one of the founders of Respawn strapped to a chair with a gun at his back saying, yeah, we're working on a Jedi game, guys, it's for real, we've been working on it for so long, trust me, it's coming, it's not cancelled, I'm not here against my will, help me. Goodbye.